Ever living, ever faithful, ever sure. And peace and make war with the lamb shall overcome them, because he's king of kings that can kill and tribe Judah. Yeah, he's the only king of the Sabbath, and the Sabbath is our only future. Hey, yo. And now the people shall know that with Rastafari they shall no longer suffer. Love is all. The earth shall replenish for the better. And now the children shall behold the glory and goodness Rastafari have to offer. Seek ye first the kingdom.
The Godcast right here. You know, we're building about, you know, is the so-called Caucasian the narcissistic entity on this plane? Now, we can look at the track record. Now, the judgment comes with not with us having to do the duty of swift vengeance of murder, death, or kill. It's the worst thing that can happen to a narcissist, which is leave him alone completely. And so to leave him alone completely, he loses sources of supply. Now, we know that the Caucasian went all over the world to go and learn from different cultures. This is like 1,000 years ago. This ain't 2,000 years ago. We know that and understand that they lied about 2,000 years of history, or 1,000 years of history, and gave us 2,000 years of history of their story. Our story remains a mystery, which is finally coming unfold now that the Great Conjunction has occurred. So it's on full blast now. So yeah, this entity, or these people, they went around the world. They had a technology that they found from different resets after different floods and earthquakes, and they had these weapons that they had. They went around the world and was able to razzle and dazzle different ethnic groups after these major catastrophe events that happened. So they made the ethnic people believe that they were the ones that were responsible and know exactly when it's going to happen, and if they don't surrender, then they will fall and suffer the same fate as the ones before them. So basically, these are tactics that the narcissists use to gaslight their insecurities on you by not dealing with their own self and having their own island and place to be at, because ain't nobody flocking to Ireland on the beaches of Ireland and shit. So basically, it's like, now as he goes around the world and uses up supply, he has a main source of supply, just like a narcissist does. A narcissist has a wife. Now their main source of supply has to deal with all the insecure actions that the narcissist does, which is maybe cheat, lie at times, utilize the empath, because sometimes it could be two narcissists, but one could be a little bit more empathic than the other. So they'll play the role of the empath. And so, but then at the same time, it could be straight up, complete, opposites like that. So, yeah, so they use up their supply sources. And so the wife is like the one at home. She gets all the flack. She gets all the hell. She gets all the drama. You know what I'm saying? She gets slapped up and shit like that, but she's still there and watches the narcissists go around the world tricking and putting a little 2 cent in and shit and all that to everything. And so this main source of supply happened to be this ethnic group they call woolly hair people, or the Fomorians or the Lumerians.
The leaders of the world derived that negligence began deceiving the people. After getting their anxious desire, they resort to doing evil. In a ill-mannered, unuseless fashion, they keep doing wrong, not considering life. With their nuclear ammunition, they destroy the nation, and that's not right. Rastaman says, whole world a go see. The Lamb upon his throne, come he conquer the beast, yeah. Then shall the people rejoice in the name of King Selassie and be me. Oh yeah, the whole world shall see, yeah. The Lord upon the throne, where I lose his seven seals. Oh, them the people shall rejoice, and all war of the seas.
So now they call them, the Afro-Americans, you know what I mean? So, we can always equate some electromagnetic energy meaning behind the Afro, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with the mind and things of that nature, So, yeah, so certain parts of our history were revealed, but it wasn't to a degree where we can know it verbatim, because we know, and also just by going hands-on with it, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the libraries and things of that nature was destroyed, and we had lost contact with our ancestors, so we forgot different practices and ways to stay connected to the you and I, diverse. So things that are occurring is jump starting the DNA and making people aware now. So which is, some of us was awoke early, some of us was awoke waking up now. So, you remember you're a soul, so you're utilizing a gene you was called to this plane to help set it straight. You know what I mean? Not to just fall victim to it. Those who's falling victim to it, they're here for them. They can't get out of it. They can't escape. That's the hell that they're in their mind. So they can't escape it, but you can, so basically, you know what I'm saying? But it's all by the will of the Most High Self. So it's really, this is how that works. You just tune into that frequency. So the narcissistic entity that's running the plane, like I say, he got other side chicks, but he's treating the main one, which is the Afro-American, the bad way, the way that, he can't get equality. They murdering him on TV. They treating him unjust. And that's gaslighting all that images and his way of living on to the rest of the world as he's some kind of savage, you know what I mean? So they treat the black people or woolly haired people as if they're some kind of threat to them in some form of fashion, you know what I mean? As far as like, oh, these do this, you do that, because they watch the lower vibration of us, and they know deep down inside that we're really a high vibrational being. But that's why, the Most High using us as an example to how to overcome this narcissistic pull that they have into this realm, And so, are the Caucasians a narcissistic entity that's running the world, that's going around, got a bunch of side chicks and projecting all type of insecurities on everybody? You tell me. All right, we'll build on it. Leave your comments. Peace.
Only love can save us. It was love that has made us. Fire fi burn down to blame us, yeah. We are receiving anointed. We come freedom, you need dirt. Hey, it's a blessed I would do. Let Rastafari be crowned. Want to be old, King Alpha and Black Queen Omega, who have sit up on the throne. Hey, then I say to myself, let the praises begin and let the trumpet sound. Rastafari then, in the village Babylon go down. Oh yeah, boy, then the world shall see, yeah. The Lamb upon his throne where I lose the seven sea, oh. Then the people shall rejoice in Selassie, and the earth shall be me. Hey, 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 the world shall see, yeah. The Lamb upon his throne where you conquer the beast, whoa. Then shall the children rejoice in the name of Emperor. I say,